time machine. It was so cool that the filmmakers decided to do this in space because the CG was perfect there. It looked so realistic and vibrant. They did such an amazing job on that. Also, very cool that they decided to tell a story that really didn't have any spoken dialogue in it. Everything was written and something that you were reading. The story premise was really cool. I think that they put in these chapters where they stopped things, but I don't know if that was actually necessary. It kind of broke up the momentum of the story a little bit. But I thought that this was really good. And the music added this sense of suspense and urgency. So all of these things were well chosen. Yeah.
Time Machine, the sound design, in my opinion, is meant to be suspenseful, and it does that. Lots of close-ups in this piece, but it's also shot often from the POV, point of view of the subject, the protagonist. Um, but the editing is really interesting because it shifts in and out from this point of view. So sometimes I'm in the point of view looking at what they're looking at, and then I'm switching out to either a wide or I'm switching out to the point of view of the object that was just being viewed. So there's a lot of really creative editing here. Um, an ending where we saw the Earth, which looks like it had been damaged from a meteor. I'm like, is this something that's going to happen in the future or something that happens in the past? I believe this is something that they were referring to the dinosaurs, the meteor that killed off the dinosaurs. But it was cool how technology was used in this piece and how it was obviously like thought of to be created and animated in such a way. And it was really innovative thought process when it came into creating the technology that was featured in this piece.
This film was amazing. I was trying to figure out if it was an animation or live action because of how pristine the shots were and how clear and crisp the scene was. It was really hard to tell. The graphics are amazing. You could assume animation because it's in space. It's absolutely amazing. You kind of get lost in the whole film and watching the animations and everything else. You just get so lost in it. It's are trying to figure out what's going on with the details just because everything is so clearly depicted. You kind of get lost and don't really remember the story because of the details and how clear they are. You kind of stop forgetting to try and figure out what it's about because it's a captivating imagery. It's just a really gorgeous film with high definition animation.
The film Time Machine is absolutely beautiful in the visual effects that they provide. At times, I feel like as if I'm watching a visualizer almost. It's this feeling of knowing that there's life within like the astronauts in the spacesuits, but there's something out of this world that comes within this piece. The slow, delicate movements that are built within the animation of this world are done in such a way that you just really focus and pay attention to all of the details that they are providing you with. And having this sense of just a beautiful nature. There was a scene where I feel like I was watching a visualizer almost. And it's this gentleman in space, but then he becomes this beaming light and pushes through. And you just don't get to see stuff like that. You don't just get to see like a human become a star himself. And I felt like that was really cool to be able to witness and watch be executed.
Time Machine was probably one of the best short films I've watched in a very long time. The animation that firstly doesn't even look like it's an animation was just one of the best things that I've seen and was so out of this world. I love the concept of these astronauts trying to uncover the true meaning of existence and discovering this time machine portal thing. The film was visually stunning. Everything about this was magnificent. So well done.